Hi everyone. I was watching Connor go through PogChamps, the chess thing, and I just kind of got excited about chess. I played a few games, and as they say, you win once, you lose twice. But it was fun. It I guess, wakes up the brain, which I often need in the morning. Like I can't do much. I'm very ugh, you know. But chess kind of wakes you up. So I might just play chess in the mornings so it can be more effective doing things. That doesn't sound too bad. Right, so what are we going to do today? I have a lot of links, as you can see, and I want to find a better way to navigate to them. Often what I want to do is copy the link, and how I do that is access the system register like this, then yank inside the next quote, which is fine, but kinda a lot. What if I'm here and I want to copy this next link? Well, in that case, it's access the system register, yank 2 inside next quote. And that's like what, 6 keys that I have to press? That's fine by itself, but needing to calculate how many next quotes I have to go to is ridiculous. What if I'm here somehow? Now it's 3. It kind of takes some time to figure out, when really what I mean is go to next link and do something with it. So how about I implement a text object for links? How does that sound? How I'm going to do that yet, I'm unsure, which is, I guess, part of the fun. But I imagine, okay, so GL is currently how I open links. So if I press GL here on the link, it gets opened, right? So I could make GL an operator, pretty much. I press GL and then I can do actions on links. And then GL would also be a text object for a link. Okay, so something like GLL would then open the link that I'm currently on. Then GLNL would open the next link, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's start doing that. First of all, I have something link. Yeah, here we go. So, hold up. Let's, yeah, we defined this as global. An extra thing why I think Lua is annoying. Like, what? I already... See, I'm pressing it, and it's supposed to be doing something, but it's not. Whatever. Okay. So, GL is open the current link that I'm on. Let's turn that to GLL so you can get used to doing it this way. And in visual mode, it can just be GL. So what I intend to do is make a text object. So how do text objects even work in Neovim or Vim? Essentially, you need to somehow select in visual mode the text that you want to operate on, and then you can, well, operate on it. So let's do exactly that by creating a mapping in operator pending mode, which is going to be GL, and select, it can be this, select link, which we're going to make function select link. I'm still like thinking about how this is going to work as I'm writing it. Right, local, because we name it that way. And so far we don't need to call it globally like we do here, so maybe we won't need to. Right, a thing that I always forget to do when I start stream is open the thing on my phone, like the chat. So let me do that. I guess I don't particularly like doing it because I just want to be able to... Hi! The font that I'm using is JetBrains... Let's actually check it. Something something font. And not style, font family, right. So I use JetBrains Mono. Nerd font. And actually, shouldn't this... okay. Delete Q period space. Okay. Delete Q single quote D. Yeah, so JetBrains Mono is your like almost very default font. And honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm using it because like pretty much every single person uses it because it's the default quote-unquote good font. And I can't really say much because yeah, it is very, very good. Imagine your font having features. That's plain weird. Let me show them off to a certain degree. So say you use plus and then an equal sign. They will be aligned together so they're on the same height, and then depending on the character, other characters move so they look better. Imagine like this font has features, and that's hard to beat, especially since like I had a whole stream where I was checking out fonts. If you're interested, you can check it out because I checked out a lot of fonts, and some of them were just horrendous. Some of them had the good idea, but were lacking in one thing that I couldn't ignore. And JetBrains just didn't really have a negative to it, I guess. I didn't quite like how it looked. Mona Lisa. Oh, I have heard about it. It's boring for me now. Fuck, that font is boring to you? The last time I looked at it, it was too quirky for me. It's like, yeah. But on that stream where I was checking out fonts, I was trying to find like a normal looking font. A JetBrains doesn't look normal. It looks like very emo, I guess. And I didn't end up finding a font that looks normal, is no monospace, and doesn't have issues. Hack came closest to it. So what do we have? Oh, I guess Deja Vu Sans Nerd Font and Source Code Pro. Yeah, so Hack would be my font that I would be using if it didn't have the exclamation mark and 0 be absolutely fucking ugly. So that's a shame. Yeah, so I use JetBrains Mono now. Coming back to init.lua though, we need to somehow select the link. And what I imagine we will do is use a search and visual mode. Not sure if that's even possible, really. So let's check it out. So what do we do? Vim cmd for command normal. So in normal mode, what do? We search for HTTP And let's see what happens when we do this normally. HTTP, we jump to the start of it. Now we need to select up to okay, well, something that comes to mind immediately is just jumping to the closing double quote. But what if I'm in Markdown and, well, the link isn't in double quotes? Well, then I would probably enjoy something like select inside the big word. So VI capital space, what? Capital space, capital W. And that actually reminds me that I should install the thing that shows you the keys that I'm pressing. So let's install the thing that shows the keys that you're pressing. I've seen it be used by a couple of Linux people, and I've been so excited about it, and I kind of just forgot about it. And now, since I'm on Linux, I can finally use it. The only alternative that I've found is that thing, like alternative for Windows, I mean. A key shower written in AutoHotkey. That by itself is not deal breaking of an issue, except it's written in V1, and that is, I am not going to use a program that's written in V1. Bleh. So yeah, I wasn't gonna use it, and plus I used AHK extensively, and even if it was written in V2, it could counteract some of my other hotkeys, and it's basically a mess. But now it's not an issue, so I might install that whole program and show it off, I guess, my experience on this stream, but it depends on many things. And you know what's the issue that we're currently having? And I knew that we would have this issue. So how do we do searches? We press /, type something in, and then an enter. Wait, how the fuck do we do an enter? Right? How do we do press enter in a normal command? Now, this may potentially work, but I doubt that it actually will. Regardless, let's try this out. And to try this out, I'm going to open info, right? This is a bit dangerous. Info contains a lot of personal information. I hope I won't accidentally flash it. Well, okay, so let's open in Neovim. What's even in here? A lot of stuff, as you can see, right? Notes, links. Where is links? Oh, here it is. So links is this file that I've been showing you a couple of times. So let's try to use it. We press GL. Forgot one important thing. The mapping currently only works in VS Code. So let's take this and add this to it and move it to some other place for the time being. So if, let's go to the else and to the next thing after it. Let's dedent it and put it here for now. We're going to eventually move it back to... Wait, hold up. Does GX work now? It does! Holy shit! Alright. Change... Oh, fuck, sorry. Change your pace. The reason why GL even opens the link to begin with, that is entirely because GX didn't work back on Windows. Because whatever it used to open things in my browser just didn't work, because, well, I was using WSL and that was a whole mess. Now GX works, and I haven't really even attempted to use it. That's pretty amazing. Sorry, I was looking for a font to recommend. It's called Recursive Font. It's free. I've been using it in VS Code, but on Terminal I always go with Mona Lisa. Okay, let's check out that font. Recursive font, huh? Recursive font. It's either amazing or terrible. How does it look? It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Can't say much about it. Oh, if I understand correctly, YouTube usually deletes messages with links, which is annoying because I didn't ask for it to do so. I am a streamer. I have the full right to be fooled by links that fucking gnome me or rickroll me. That's like part of the experience. So it's pretty annoying of YouTube to just automatically do that. The only way you can send a link is if you're a mod in the chat, which is like, why? It's very annoying. I could potentially like make a Discord server for my channel and then maybe, but that's not worth it yet. So yeah, it's pretty annoying. Well, regardless, I found it. Yeah, the font looks good. However, what I'm looking for is a font that doesn't look codey. What I currently have is a font that looks codey. I'm looking for a font that doesn't. And recursive font, it looks good, sure, but it's still codey, which is not what I'm looking for. But yeah, it looks pretty good. You know what's also pretty good? GX working. Now I can straight up just remove my GL mapping. And I love that. I love that. I don't download it from here. Why? What's the difference? I mean, I'm not going to download it, I'm sorry. It's not what I'm looking for. Just wanted to see how it looks. Or are you saying that it actually looks different from there, or from that? And it's not like I'm going to download anything by going to any website, because I use Arch, by the way, and it's just a simple command to install damn near everything. Right. So now what we could do is change GL to instead go to the next link, and G♯L to go to the previous link. A lot of different ideas. Okay, so GL in operating mode. Okay, YGL. Oh wait, YGL. It did shit all. It did absolutely nothing. Maybe because I didn't like do it, I guess. DGL. Yeah. Huh. It's pretty annoying. You say it looks different. Also have different variants for coding. Okay. In that case, I'll check it out in a better way. So recursive font. Sans and mono. Okay. Oh, that's cool. You can check out like different ways that it can look. Yeah. No, I like this better. It's just way too quirky. Okay, what about mono? Huh. So this is a font that looks like a monospace font that doesn't necessarily have to be monospace. That's so weird. And also the website is lagging, which is funny. Oh, fuck yeah. So imagine you installed this font from the AUR or something as well. Arch is amazing with this, the fact that I can install damn near everything just using Paru and whatever I want to install. I don't even need to know the package name. I can just guess it somewhat and install it. It's so nice. Weight, slant, which I don't want. Yeah, cool, but this version of it I actively dislike. The one that I saw earlier I liked a bit more, but it's still not what I'm looking for. Essentially, I'm looking for a font that looks very, very normal, but is also monospace and doesn't fuck up like any single character for it to look goofy, you know? Which is, turns out, a lot to ask for. And so far, JetBrains has been the best. And since now I've gotten used to it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be difficult to like go back. So I doubt that this idea of mine that I'm going to do right now, that it's going to work. I doubt it, but maybe it's all simpler than I think, and it will. So we use feed keys, a function that I made, and let's see what it is. It is essentially just an abstraction for something that you can do pretty easily. So we feed keys, search for HTTP, then we feed keys int, and the int version converts things like these to the actual character that you press. So now we can successfully search for links. And let's change this to normal mode. Right now we're just testing. This isn't final functionality. It's just to test. So we GL. Okay, that works. And well, I expected it to work. And I guess now that we are on a link, what we want to do is reject search for where we are. We are at the start, which is exactly what we want. So we need to reject search for, I guess, a white space character or a double quote. And where are we? Why are we on S? Why are we on S? That I don't get. So reject search for either a white space character or a quote. I think that will like be pretty good. And we don't move, which is strange. Oh, it didn't interpret backspace S to be white space. Am I forgetting something? Okay, let's try again. Either maybe this or this. It still considers S. That's weird. Huh. Is S not recognized? Like backslash S to mean white space? Or maybe I'm just completely forgetting how regex works. Or this. No, this doesn't work. It seems like. Well, that's not particularly an issue because we can instead of specifically \s, we can make it like a space, a new line. Let's not support new lines yet. They may be an issue. This or this, and now this works. No, what do I mean? This works. This works. However, ideally, I would want the regex to be basically the character before white space or a double quote. But then again, links can end in many different characters, but we'll deal with that information once we need to. So for now, let's go to regex 1 or 101. Oh wait, I should get used to using GX instead of GL, because now I don't need to. Okay. So first of all, let's just yank inside this quote so we can paste it here. Nope, not here, but here. So now we are in quotes and we're searching for the next character, so any character before, and now this, I don't remember how it's actually done. I think this. Okay, so it is that. This or white space. Let's add a new line here. Cool. Works with that and the space. However, it also grabs the space or the double quote. So instead of dot, what we should do instead is a group that excludes white space or this. Nice, 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 nice. This is exactly what we want. That's great. However, as we noticed, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work here. But let's try regardless. Why did it copy that? I thought, oh, I guess I didn't copy. Maybe. No, it just refuses to work. It should though. It so should. Weird. Okay. Let's see. Misplaced. So it doesn't support that, I imagine. Okay, well, since what I do the most is interact with links in quotes, I'm just gonna implement it for quotes, rather than trying to figure out the limits of Neovim regex. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, instead of searching, we no longer need to search. It's 1 a.m. Well, it's 7 a.m. for me. So I also am streaming at a weird time, so like, yeah. It is. Glad to see you though. We're doing some Neovim bullshit in fucking Lua, which I've used way more than I wanted to. So, wait, hold up, no. We still need to search for the link. I should not be up right now. I don't know, that sounds kind of like early still. I hate Lua so much. You have no clue. I might even hate Lua more than V1. No, that's a lie. I definitely hate V1 more. But still. But it's so useful. It's so damn useful. Maybe I hate it so much because of the environment that I have to use it in. The environment being Neovim. And it's pretty fucked. Actually, this is a boring solution, but maybe it already exists. Link text object Neovim. Huh. Let's check this out. Wow, it's very unknown. Okay, Vim plugin that adds a new URL text object. Fucking billion different installation things. And it's also written in Vim script 9 years ago. Damn, wait, what? I didn't even notice that. Jesus Christ. How are you that unknown then? I find that hard to believe then. AU and IU, that's fine. A couple of examples. Okay. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. He used bold to make it obvious that he selected it. They, sorry. I don't know their gender. That's cool. I don't know if it's trustworthy, but I guess I'll check. I mean, probably instinctively know how to use that with your package manager. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll figure it out, I imagine. I don't see why I wouldn't, so let's say that. Vim text object user, I think I already have installed, so it's not really a problem. Okay, let's mark this place and go up. Vim text, yeah, I have it. So I can just use, and then we grab the link, but not the full link, which we're gonna change ourselves. We go to this, boom, dv, boop. Cool. Let's check it out. Let's check out how good it is. And then, if it works, my problem is solved. I feel somewhat salty about it because, like, but I wanted to make my own. But then, did I really? Did I really want to code more in Lua? I like fish like 10 times more, if not even more than that. So not necessarily. Let's try it out. So let's open it again and packer sync so we install it. Let's just hope it works. Yeah, seems to be working. Close and open again. Let's select inside link. Yeah, it works. Okay, but the big question. So select to inside next link. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, hold up. Maybe V2 inside next link. No. Inside to next link. No. Oh well. But that's pretty useful. However, still, how the fuck do we get to the next link, you know? For me, it would be return that yeah. That's fair. I just added it to the list of dependencies. I don't see I don't see any reason to add the dependencies thing because, well, obviously, you know? Yeah, so we now have interaction with links. But it's not necessarily convenient because we can't go to... Okay, if we do this, yeah, we go to the next link. But we don't have an ability to go to the next thing, next link, which is pretty annoying. So let's try searching for more plugins for that. Packer is synchronous. I have to specify when I want sync behavior. I see what you mean. I don't know, like, it's plenty fast for me that I never fucked around to try different package managers for Neovim. Like, it's fine. To the point of, I still use plug for like 1 or 2 plugins that didn't work with Packer, and it's not something that I want to invest my time into. But maybe it's worth it, but I don't know. I like it, but the restriction of it not working with targets is pretty annoying. Targets is another plugin that I use. So yeah, let's try to Neovim text link text object. Let's try to see if there are more of them. Oh, wow, my video? Interesting. Huh. Neovim various text objects. What's this? Indentation, rest of indentation, lines down with same or high indentation. Wow, interesting. Subword. Oh, I have another plugin for that. I have another plugin for that. Wow, that sounds like a lot. I take 60 to 90 milliseconds to boot up Neovim. Huh. Let's check out how fast mine is. Like, could be slower, but very much fast enough. 90 plugins? God damn. The laptop is quite slow. No, I think it's the fact that you use 90 plugins. That's crazy. Basically what I'm looking... Okay, here we go. IRL. Link beginning with HTTP. Fuck, this is a lot. Jesus Christ. That's a lot. And you know what? It's too much. I have an extended config with, Jesus Christ, 115? That's crazy. Yeah, so this all looks good and great. But do I really need it? I guess is the question. This reminds me, this person made Neovim Spider. What the fuck is Neovim Spider? Check. Okay. I will. Okay, use those like a spider. move by subwords, and skip insignificant punctuation. So it's like camel case motion, which I already have. Significant punctuation, insignificant punctuation. Okay. Moves kind of weirdly though. Cool, I guess. I don't really see much point. Okay, so we started here. And we go immediately there. The punctuation part is the one that I really like. I'll try to understand why it's useful. Like, sure, this is nice, but I don't intend to be coding in Lua. But I guess this is in Rust as well. We skip immediately to D. That's convenient. Yeah, that's convenient. We skip the... yeah, I like that. Because what I actually want when I press W is go to the next word, not next to the... not to the next punctuation, where these characters I would specifically jump to rather than using W. And with this I can trust W to go to the actual next word. I see. That is convenient. No, I like that. I like that. Good suggestion. Okay. Let's pay more attention to it then. And when I go through places, I guess, through words, I like to hold down Shift if I specifically want to skip things. So this is good. This, I think, like, I'm already fine enough as I am, where this is too much. I'll still read through it and see if it's worth it, but this I think straight up is. Oh, I see. Here it's like showing this is insignificant punctuation that we're going to skip. Fuck, that's useful. That's very useful. No key bindings are created by default. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. You'll have to call the motions as X commands. When calling as third argument of the key map, .repeatability will not work. I see. So it's explaining why it's doing it that way. That's interesting. Okay. To the motion... what? Okay. Oh, I see, I see. Notes on the operator pending mode. Right, that's the biggest question, honestly. Vim's web motions are actually a bit inconsistent. Oh, WAB. For instance, boom, change to the... yeah. It's pretty weird, honestly. This is probably done for convenience, true, but I usually use CE anyways. Before there were text objects. In my view, this is quite problematic since it makes people habitualize inconsistent motion behavior. In this plugin, such small inconsistencies are therefore deliberately not implemented. Interesting. Apart from the inconsistency, such behavior can create unexpected results when used in subwords or near punctuation. True. If you absolutely want to, you can map CW to Cs though. I see. That's an interesting suggestion. Yeah. It's weird. It's very weird. But I specifically use CE because it makes more sense. Like, I want to change to the end of the word. And CW does that for some reason, which is why I don't use it, because it's strange. This is interesting. Subword text object. Also the whole... Oh, Jesus. 2CWWOW. Jesus Christ. Change word. I don't get what this is doing. I think you told me about this annoyance. Maybe it was a different person, but I think it was you. That 2 and then operator and blah 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 should repeat the same thing twice, and C2 should go twice. Which, yeah, it makes sense. And I agree. I never really saw it as an issue, really. But once you pointed it out, it is. Like, it doesn't make sense that they do the same thing. It makes it more convenient in a way. Wow. I was going to say, who cares? But this is cool. I care, surprisingly. Wow. That's an amazing about me. Holy shit. I gotta take notes. I'll follow this. Yeah, I'll copy this because this seems pretty cool. Does it not? Docs, I guess. Some dude's blog. That's cool. Speaking of notes, are you gonna talk about Obsidian? I think this is also the one that makes neat Obsidian stuff. Ah, that's cool. Also, I guessed. People love Obsidian. I'm sure it's great, but now that I use the Neovim plugin for VS Code, I refuse to use any other app that makes me type, pretty much. Which is why I haven't tried it, because I don't want to keep 2 instances of configurations. I want them to be consistent. Like it. Have some gripes though. I see. Yeah, I know that Obsidian has Vim mode, but it's not, oh, we're just going to take your Neovim instance that you already have and your config that will support all plugins kind of Vim integration. I need it fully, because remembering that, oh, here my things don't work, but here they work, that's too much mental overhead that is not worth it to me. Also, I didn't know that this works, and it's very cool. I really want to implement a Neovim instance underneath. Like, yeah, if it had that, I would definitely try it, and I would probably fall in love with it, just like pretty much everyone does. It's just like, it's so important to me. It's the reason why I use VS Code instead of Visual Studio for C#. It sounds ridiculous at first, but with all that VS Code provides, it's honestly low-key better. Or at least open file or buffer. Yeah, I could see that being worth it to a degree. Maybe not fully, but to a degree. That makes me realize I can easily make a hotkey like Windows F6, for example, to open Kitty. Yeah, to open Kitty, in which I open a Neovim instance so that I can type in it, and then on close, I paste what's in it into my clipboard so I can paste it. That's a cool idea that I'm going to add. What? Where's VS Code? Oh, I'm stupid. Meta F6 opens temporary Neovim. That sounds very useful. If I want to like type something out, I don't necessarily have to go to here, which is where I would usually do it. I can just open a window for some time. Do you use VS Code or VS Codium? VS Code. I don't care about companies stealing my data, like whatever. Like I can very much see VS Codium bringing out some possible bugs or issues, and I don't care about my like privacy whatsoever. I would rather have functionality, and I'm pretty sure I would run into some issues by using it, and there's no benefit for me. Like, don't care, steal all of my data. So I don't. I use just normal VS Code. Setup call is optional. Currently is only option is to disable the skipping. Is to disable. Setup. Okay, require spider. Setup, skip insignificant punctuation. I prefer just for the for more FOSS than VS Code. Otherwise, there's no benefit. What do you mean by that? I'm not quite sure what FOSS truly means. Okay. Any options passed here will be used from setup or the default configuration. So in other words, we should call setup, it seems like. Notes on operator pending mode. Didn't we already read this? Yeah, we did. Didn't we see this a bit higher? Or am I crazy? Subword text object. Supports in What is this? What is this? But does not include a subword variant of boom. For a version of this, check out subword text object. So inside word still works like it does. That's cool. Check out the subword text object. We might, but I already have camel case. Actually, I think there might be a fork that removes some Microsoft stuff too. Yeah, that's what I heard about it. Nope, Neovim scratch. Oh, nope, never mind. Scratch my 2 messages. Okay. Is it something else? Oh, I fucking missed this message. Free open source software. VS Code is the core code with some non-open source additions where Codium does not have that. I see. I don't have anything against like non-open source apps. If they do what I want them to do well, that's great. That's all I want. All right, we got to this. Okay, so in other words, it makes the motions more reasonable, more useful, and therefore, let's add it. Not the code of code. Yeah. That's what I expected you to mean. Let's go to init.lua and use this config. Oh, I see how it's usually done. Let's remove this because we don't need that. YSAQ. I was going to like just spend some time like making a simple text object for links and that's it, but maybe I should take more time to improve my config. So that's what I'm going to do. So this and then config is function. We end it immediately so that we can require Neovim spider ys inside b with these, and then we call setup. Is this how we're supposed to do it? Installation, so we use this. Currently, its only option is to disable the skipping of So it's optional, meaning its only option is to disable this cool functionality that I'm looking for. Basically, do I need the setup or not? I don't get it. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. It was kind of confusing. Well, in that case, just DAQ, GR until the end, delete these. Boom, now we have spider. Let's open it again, then packer sync so it gets installed. Boom. And I imagine I forgot to actually add the mappings. Okay, let's see where they are. We have markfix here. Where do I define stuff for plugins? I completely forget. Not quite there, not quite here. Maybe I don't have like plugins that need to be defined. Well, let's put that there then. And somewhere here it had, boom. Let's just copy all of this and boop. I guess just here. Cool. I would send you the Astro Community plugin spec, but it only works with Lazy. See, I don't really intend to be using Neovim fully on its own. I'm already fine for the most part. Maybe looking for like one or two things potentially, but overall I'm so fine. I'm mega fine. It would be a different question if I intended to use Neovim by itself, but really I already have an environment that has most things I need. Spider is cool though, so let's try it out. Let's try out how it works. That's so nice. Fuck, that's so nice. What do you mean by this question mark? The plugin manager. No, I know. Yeah, I know that you mean by lazy. What I'm saying is basically I don't intend to put in energy to try another plugin manager or some other like Neovim specific plugins. So basically it's not that, oh fuck, now I have to use a different plugin manager. It's not really a problem because I don't care about it enough to even try to begin with, you know? Wait, that was weird. Oh, that's so strange. So when we do this, it's still a word, which is exactly what I want, actually. Fuck, this makes more sense. Although this is a bit strange, but it makes sense for how the plugin works. It's fine. Okay, let's go there. Because it's significant. Fuck, I love this. I love this. That's so good. Wow, okay. Spider. 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 Let's open another tab and go to dot files, I guess? Yeah, dot files. Fuck, I did a lot of stuff. Whatever, I can just gamp it. Where am I? Here, okay. So, what do we add here? We add spider. Add spider. Literally just added a spider. Ah! Right? It's one of my first installs when doing blank configs. I can see why. What do you mean? I've been using Neovim for a while now. In VS Code though, but Neovim regardless. I haven't been using Vim maybe ever actually. I think I started out with Neovim just using Vim script and then switched to Lua, but that was a long time ago. More importantly, I finally switched to Linux. I'm using Linux and Arch, by the way, which is amazing. And by the way, I remember you very much so. And I'm really happy to see you. I haven't seen you in a while here, but I guess then I haven't been streaming that much recently. So we're even on that part. Yes, I'm using Linux and it's amazing. I have 16 desktops. I shit you not. Trust me, I need that many. Not fully, but I like them. Probably only using Neovim in terminal for fast stuff. Yes, yes, exactly. That's what I use it for. Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what it is. Somewhere here. Really? Oh, it's there. So here I have this project. What I would often do is open the terminal. That's not the terminal. Open the terminal. Stop them from tiling. And by the way, I have a tiling script, which is amazing. Then I go to csproj to then go to alien temple. Boom. I have the directory of the project opened. And then I'm like, wait, hold up. I remember that in my other project, which is called Chore Tracker, I know, very boring name. Here I remember that I had this line of code that I also need right now, and I would do something like this to check it out, rather than opening a whole another VS Code window. That's what I use Neovim often for. Imagine if you had to wait each day. No, absolutely not. I only open VS Code windows for stuff that I intend to actually work on somewhat extensively. Otherwise, it's just a Neovim edit, which is why I have a bunch of workspaces, or rather, a bunch of folders opened in a single workspace for stuff that I constantly touch and change. in VS Code. I can have like 300 synchronous plugins that sometimes randomly call sleep. Lol. And it still would be faster, probably. Yeah. I don't know, like, even though it's Electron, it's such a good app. It's so nice to use for the most part. There are like one or two things I'm slightly annoyed by, but overall I love VS Code. Yeah, but that's how I would use Neovim usually. I don't see myself fully switching to Neovim ever, really. You know why? Because it's ugly. Gonna be honest. This just looks kind of beautiful. And that's so important to me. Yeah. Obsidian is luckily faster. Oh, even with big vaults. And View is pretty fast. I know, right? Like, Neovim might be great in other ways, but I'm a simple girl. I like my things to be beautiful. I use Obsidian for school and it's so nice. I feel like I've met like so many people that like Obsidian. It's crazy. Fuck. If they ever have an extension that implements a Neovim instance that supports your plugins and remappings, I'm definitely going to use it. I use Neovide as my GUI for when there is stuff I actually want to work on. Oh, I see. So you're saying that you usually use Neovim for like working rather than VS Code. Okay, so let's reload VS Code so I have the spider thing, because turns out, yeah, that's pretty amazing. Oh, that's so nice. That's so incredibly nice. That's so... the fact that it skips the... that's so good. Usually what I would do is press capital W to surely go to the next word. Now I don't have to worry about that. That's nice. That's fucking cool. We could work on it together. You do the Lua stuff. Fuck no, I hate Lua. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it because I don't like want to be. I don't want to learn it because I hate Lua. So that sounds like torture. I do the TypeScript stuff. I do not know JavaScript. Oh, great. That's going to be an amazing team. A girl that uses Lua but doesn't know it, and a person who doesn't know TypeScript but uses it. That's amazing. How about we instead just use Rust? Not sure how, but just maybe. Or better yet, let's create our own text editor in Rust. Surely that's a new idea. And if I edited my VODs, I would just like show a billion screenshots of projects that is exactly that. I think they might want to implement WASM plugins. Could be possible. WebAssembly, huh? In that case, yeah. In that case, it would be amazing. That would surely improve the app massively. Okay, what I want to check out now is the thing that it recommends. Cool. Thank you for doing that. Subword. And here they are. Like inside Word, but treating those as word delimiters and only part of camel case. Inner, outer. Outer includes trailing or space. I might actually use this potentially. Could be possible. Oh, it is already. Well, we should separate possible with reasonable. Like reasonable to be able to do. Because everything is technically possible, doesn't really mean that it's reasonable to do, you know? Okay, let's pay more attention to this thing, because it may be huge, possibly. Okay, so we have indentation. I have Vim indent object thing for that. But I imagine this is coded in Lua, which is better, even though I don't like it. Inside indentation, boop, yep, that makes sense. Forward seeking, small, big, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? File types for default key maps. Is anything reasonable when JS or WebAssembly is involved? I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't particularly want to figure it out. File types for default key maps. Oh, I see. Rest of indentation. I wonder what that implies. Lines down with same or higher indentation. I see. That's cool. Subword, which is essentially a camel case. To next closing bracket. Ah, interesting. We don't even have I or so on. That's actually so useful. I'm sick and tired of pressing T and then the specific quote or bracket, being able to D capital C or D capital Q. Oh my god, that's actually so big. That's, I love that. I love that so much. That's so useful. It's like a very small change, I know, but having to figure out which type of character I have to press. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay. Rest of paragraph, like, but line-wise. Isn't this line-wise? I thought it was. I want to use this one too. Oh, you don't already? Well, let's figure it out together to see what's helpful in it. But I really gotta work on my mappings in general before that. My config is all over the place. It's like crazy. But that's fine. Okay. Entire buffer. That's useful. Oh, G capital G, that makes sense. Entire buffer as one text object. This single plugin removes some other plugins that I also use, which is interesting. Near end of line. From cursor position to end of line, -1 character. Hold up. From cursor position to end of line, -1. That is so useful. I think there's a default way of doing this though. I forget what it is though. Yeah, I don't remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure there's a default motion to go to one character less than end of line. Fuck. It's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well, I guess, sure. Because I want them to be uniform across my window manager, browser, terminal, multiplexer, and also editor. God damn. No, well, that's not exactly what G underscore is for. I'm more so talking about specifically a character. Like, we're excluding white space here. I specifically remember finding something like this while reading the docs. So yeah. Don't remember it though, which I guess proves the point of the plugin. Line character-wise. Current line, but character-wise. That's so useful. I also have a plugin for that. Outer includes indentation and trailing spaces. I see. Column down until indent or shorter line. What? Accepts count for multiple columns. God fucking knows what that means. I guess I'll figure it out. Value of key value pair or right side of a variable assignment. Outer includes trailing commas or semicolons inside value. That is for V block, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll definitely try to like understand and use it, because from what I think it does sound convenient. Value is great. Did you know you can hide OBS from OBS? I do. But then, like, if I remove it here, it's just an empty screen while there is still a window. So my tiler won't like maximize the chat. So there's not really a reason to do that, you know? It's just 2 a.m. That sounds pretty early to me. We have key, so basically same thing. Outer, that's fair. Inside key, that's very, very helpful. Link beginning with HTTP. L, that's fair. Number similar to this. Only pure digits. Number including minus sign and decimal point. Wow. All right, see ya. Have a great day, I guess. Have a great night. Good night. Yeah, good night. So we can now grab numbers, which is pretty huge. Like mega huge, actually. Whenever I want to change some number, I just boom, and that's it. That's big. Diagnostic, I don't use LSP. Closed fold, I don't use folds. Chain member. Oh, that's so huge. Field with the full call, like that. That's so wow, that's very useful. However, this overrides another text object they already have. Visible in window. All lines visible. Wow. GW, interesting. Rest of window, from the cursor line to the last line in the window. I'm just wondering if they align with VS Code. I don't know if that's the case. Probably does. That's cool that it's there. Markdown link. Inner is only the link title. And A, I guess, is both of them. I imagine. Only works in Markdown and Toml. Cool. Markdown fenced code block. Oh, that's... fuck. Finally. CSS selector. I don't really use CSS, but... alright, that's fair. HTML attribute. Side X. Double square brackets. That's so specific. And specifically square, that's crazy. Inside D for double. Shell pipe, command std out is pipe 2. Cool. To offer text objects based on pattern matching or the Neovim API. I see. So in Packer, we just call setup, use default key maps. I see, okay. When you prefer to set up your own key bindings, use this code and then see the configuration section for information on setting. Okay. The setup call is optional if you're fine with the defaults below. Lines to seek forwards for small text objects. You can configure that. Okay. I'm going to return soon. Oh, interesting. I'll probably need to make a rule for OBS. Okay, I'm gonna be back soon. So, let's figure out all the information, basically process it correctly. Okay, this is better. Slightly. Okay. Smart alternative to GX. Okay, well, let's start from the beginning again to see what text objects I would then be able to remove that I currently have installed. Indentation. This is included in this thing. Let's actually do this a bit differently. Let's move this to 2 as well as the chat, so that it's here. We make it smaller. Boom. Okay, so in other words, indentation, the one that I have, no longer necessary. Same thing for line. And entire, but we'll get to that. So, something indentation. Yes, so we won't need this anymore. Rest of indentation, subword, we won't need camel case anymore, and it's somewhere here. Oh, here it is. Noticed it. Because subword is our text object that we have, so inside it capital S. Okay. Entire buffer. It's a whole ass plugin that I use for that. So we won't need that either. Near. It's so useful, by the way. URL, a plugin that I just installed, I will no longer need. However, I forgot where I installed it. Last place. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So this we will no longer need. Number diagnostic, which is crazy and very cool. I'll use folds, visible in window, markdown link, HTML attribute, shell pipe. Okay. What about, okay, we still need this. This is still useful, and this, and this, and this. This I don't even know if we still need. I don't think we do. This like one of the main plugins that you need always. T-Pope is a legend. Then match it. I don't remember what it does exactly, but I remember it being useful somewhat. This is my theme. This is useful. We just installed it and it's nice. Okay. And Vim text object line, we would no longer need because it's somewhere here. Line character wise, current line but character wise. I don't like the mapping. Does any mapping here use L? Lowercase l? Yes. Which is stupid. A markdown link? Seriously? Okay, let's write this down as a note. Inside line to IL, no mapping for mark, or rather inside n for markdown link. That's the first note. Let's see what other things. There was inside M, inside member. To be fair, what the fuck does inside E do? Let's check, I guess. So nothing here defines inside E. So change side E. Entire, right, entire. How does it define G, capital G? So we could use IE. We could use IE for member. For member. Member. Okay. And that removes all the conflicts that I had. Alright. What I might do is just make them explicit rather than using default mappings. Yeah, I might do that, but maybe there's a way to use defaults but replace some. And we'll figure that out, I guess. So this is the default thing that we would use. Let's immediately copy it. We put it here. Use default key maps, and we'll see what else can be useful there. When you prefer to set up your own key bindings, use this code. Just that, and then see the configuration section for information on setting your own key maps. Disabled key maps. How do we do that? How do we use that? I see. Disable some default key maps. You would have to specify all the versions of them. That's good to know. So, those are the defaults. These I'm fine with for now. However, I'm not sure if I am going to continue forever. So let's gr inside capital brackets. And I would use the formatter if it was at all like trustworthy. So here I can define which key maps I'm going to set myself. And since I'm no longer going to be using these plugins, I don't have to use plug either. Yeah, that's quite nice. Okay. Fuck, that's a lot. Then we set other stuff. Cool. So, what I want to disable. Yeah, let's check this out first. If you want to set your own key bindings, you can do so by calling the respective functions. The text objects that differentiate between outer and inner and require a Boolean parameter. True always meaning inner and false meaning outer. I see. Key maps need to be called as X command, otherwise they will not be .repeatable. That's fair. Gotcha. That's how you would do them. For your convenience, here are the code to create mappings for all text objects. Okay. Thank you so much. That's actually very convenient. Okay, so let's start. What do I have a problem with? So indentation is completely fine. However, now the question is, are there mappings in my config that now counteract all that. So let's look through what we have. So mark fix, layout support. What this is, I don't even remember. Oh, that's still Russian support. There's my own functions. Save no format. All of those that I don't use. Open link we no longer need, because GX works. Go to next link, we'll come back to that. Okay, so we have comment, reindent, which I have never really used. All of that. Okay, I think for this is fine. And this should be fine too. This is where we're interested. Easy align and replace with register are fine and should be used. Inside M I still want to keep, which is exactly what we're going to do. Block text object, yeah. Doesn't really support percent signs there, so still have my thing. Doesn't support markdown headings, so it's okay. Command mode remap, that's all good. Multiply, yep. Previous blank line separator, yeah. Weird that it didn't work before. Better page down. Oh, I see. It might be implementing exactly this functionality. Wore out line into block. Wow, what a terrible name. Forgot that existed. Damn, I have so much stuff. Okay. So everything is fine. So we just remove some of them. Okay, let's look through. Indentation is fine. Rest of indentation. Yeah. I'm fine with this, it makes sense. And this. R. Yeah. I already implement this, so I actually don't want that. So removed R. I don't need that functionality because I made it the default, because it doesn't make sense to be anything else. Which I might change in the future. That makes incredible sense, more so than E. N is great. Okay, so these I want to change. To change that into L, because I'm so used to that being the case. A value key, a link, that's fair. Number, so nice. Z, I didn't even look at them. Okay, IM and AM, IM and AM, because I use them in my own thing. I want to continue doing so. What if I do it like this? That's a bit better. So that I can see everything, almost everything at once. From the cursor line to the last line in the window. I wonder how useful that actually is. I've never used L, or rather capital L or capital H, how they're intended to be used. I've never really find that useful. And IL, AL should also be removed. IL, AL, because I'm going to change them to something else. IC is so good. No, I don't. That's why I wear glasses. CSS selector. There's an argument to be made to remove it just because I don't intend to use it. HTML attribute, meaning the entire one. Capital D and shell pipe. That's going to be pretty useful. Okay. I removed all of them. Now, what I'm going to do is add key mappings. First of all, add a new line here. Let's open it again so we can look at those. Let's switch the direction. Okay. I think it's Control Alt D. Oh, here we go. Nice. We make that smaller. Good. Good, that's what I wanted. So, R, we straight up just removed because I already used that functionality myself. Yeah, and that I think is fine. Okay. I'm very like slow thinking right now, because there's so much stuff that I have to like figure out in my head of how I'm going to use, you know? So this we removed, and I don't intend to bring it back. Entire buffer is fine. That is going to be so useful. Line character wise, so we need a mapping for it. Let's duplicate the tab. and somewhere here it said, oh, here you go, all the mappings. Here we go. Okay, so indentation is fine. Text objects, subword. Here we go. We need these two lines. What? What do you have an issue with? Okay. Let's change to key vim key set key map. Yeah. Change 3 inside next quote. Yes, really. Okay, so line character wise, instead of inside underscore, will be IL true false. So it intends, so the true is I and the false is A. Okay. So it's also true false. First is I. AL. Boom, we get lines again back to us. The next thing that we're going to need, so we remapped these two to what we wanted. Now inside M is inside method. I want to change that to IE, various value key chain member. That is what I want. Boop. What are you having an issue with? No like, shut the fuck up, bro. I don't care. Well, that's not what I wanted. Inside the word and do it again. So now it's inside E and in AE. That's gonna be so useful. Fuck yeah. And the last thing is markdown link, which I'm not even sure how often it's going to be useful. I don't use markdown links that often, but I think I'm gonna be able to remember it pretty easily for some reason. How is it called? Markdown. No, it's not even going to say markdown. So URL. Rest of paragraph. Wait, where is it? Subword. That's not it. Markdown link. Wait, it's just not there. What? Why? Well, that's kind of annoying. Oh, I guess because it does it here. Ah, I see. Okay. What does buffer true mean? I want to have access to it always. I don't see why not. Can you chill the fuck out? Mm-hmm. Okay. So inside underscore and a underscore, so around 1. I see when it's going to be useful. If you are calling a method, maybe like here we have a map, access to, I don't know, one piece, and then it calls a method with some argument. You could use that to change inside here or along with this. Very specific, but regardless. Let's continue reading what we can have here more of. Smart alternative to GX, that's interesting. Using the URL text object. And that is so amazing. That's exactly what I've been looking for, like throughout this stream pretty much. While this is already an improvement, true, which requires a, which is very annoying by the way. I can even go one step further. If no URL has been found within the next few lines, that's cool, but that I don't necessarily need. That's beautiful. I might as well just copy this. Just take it. Just steal it completely. No thought. Oh, I love that. Interesting. It's pipes to dev null. Using the indentation text object, you can also create custom indentation related utilities. A common operation is to remove the line before and after an indentation. Oh. Oh, wow. Achieves this by dedenting the inner indentation text object. Yeah. Wow. Fuck yeah, that's amazing. I'll also steal it. That's so smart. Oh my god, that's so smart. Delete surrounding indentation. Wow, I love that so much. That's great. That's so amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's so alright. If something helps you for the most part, that's great. Okay. Yeah, that's fog. Okay. So we should be done. We should be done. Let's add them together and open Neovim, plug, clean. What do we even have there? Nothing. Well, hold up then. Open head. Yeah. Did you know that you could do that? Open the file as head. It's pretty useful. Let's call this, like, add it back here for a second. Delete all the plugins so that we can uninstall them. Plug. Here we go. Plug clean. So we don't have them anymore. And then we can actually delete this. Now, packer sync. It will both remove a bunch of stuff as it's asking us to, and install this new plugin. Okay. Let's open init.lua and check out some of them. Actually, before I do that, let's open notes. Vim, yeah, I have this. Interesting. I have basically things that I'm using that I am not maintaining. So I might as well delete it because I can't really trust it. Explanation of ranges, remap modes, all of that is very useful. Okay. Text object, various text objects. So here I want to write down the things that I'm using so I can remember to use them. Yeah, this is so worth it. I got what I wanted and better. That's so nice. Mappings to remember. Let's call it that. And also, what I should be doing for a long time now already is having my Lua config be spread out in multiple files. So I should figure out that. So GX opens the next link. Indentation, like I've already been using. However, DSI, remove, so rounding, indentator. lines down with same or higher indentation. Rest of indentation. Let's try it out. First of all, we boom. So basically, dr does shit all. Does literally shit all. Yeah, it does nothing. What? That's strange. DII also does nothing. What? That's what's the issue? Oh, well, okay, that explains it. Okay, let's try again. D capital R. Interesting. D capital R does nothing. Also does nothing. What's up? Like literally, what's up? I would imagine that you can use default key maps except some. But no, it seems like. Is there any issue? Let's try this again just to make sure. Yeah, mappings just don't work. Well, what about this? This works. So once you set some mappings yourself, you have to use all of them yourself. It seems that way. Well, in that case, we know what to do. We go and grab all the other stuff. However, we should change key map. Why there? Why the fuck there? Why does it randomly jump? Key map. Okay. Key map. But before we do that, S. Change key map to Vim key map set. Yes, that's correct. Let's set them manually. Yes. Let's to the Y register yank 3 inside next quote. Jesus, that's so difficult. Rest of indentation. Okay, let's search for Y and CGN R, because I straight up just remember it. S. Oh, IS. A capital S to next closing bracket. think it's C and then Q. Since I remember it that way, that means that it's going to be easier to remember that way. And since we're there, we might as well start writing them down at the same time. Let's actually move chat here and do this. I wonder, when did I wake up today? Just want to check when I should be eating. I guess I didn't wake up with the alarm. But I very much should eat as soon as possible, if I remember things correctly. Rest of indentation. Ah, yes. Subword. I would usually use change inside leader W for that. And capital S makes sense. Next closing bracket. Next quotation mark. Rest of paragraph. I specifically don't need. Entire buffer. I like G capital G. It makes a lot of sense. Near EOL. N. I love that. I use entire often enough that G capital G I'll remember. Near end of line, but not quite there. Line character wise, I think I already remap it. Yes, I do. As well as chain member and markdown link. Column, this makes incredible sense. Column. Oh, value. Inside value. A value. Inside key. A key. So around it. URL, capital L makes a lot of sense to me. Diagnostic I don't need. So this lets me remove some mappings that I don't actually need, which is pretty great. Let's open another instance so we can go and change something. No, don't. Okay. Opening another pane instead of marking. I kind of like that. But I should be using more marks. Closed fold. I also don't need this. Okay, so this makes it so I only have mappings for things that I'm actually going to need, which simplifies this entire process a bit more. Chain member I already do. When my voice gets tired, I get this like sexy voice. This visible window and rest of window bullshit, I mega doubt I'll ever need that because I haven't been using it prior, so I'm not going to start now. Okay, now let's save and reload VS Code. Okay. delete delete G capital G. I like that. I enjoy that. That's cool. So I can yank G capital G. That even makes more sense, interestingly. So what's in there? Yes. Oh my god. My brain is like processing like crazy. GX now. Wait, that ASMR is sus as fuck, so I'm not gonna open it. I'm gonna open something safe. This, for example. Oh. Ah, I love that. That's so good. That's so good. All right. Now we don't need select link because that's just a text object. And somewhere here we have the other thing. Somewhere. We're gonna get to it. So open link is no longer needed because GX works, and go to next link also is not really needed because we can use the object. Kinda. Not fully, but we can v inside link. Oh, sorry. V inside link. Oh, v link. Huh? V link. I thought that. Oh. Hold up. How does it work? An operator pending mode. D link. D capital link. Why does H and L work like that? O and X. In all modes, presuming also visual and operator pending. I see. I mean, I did know that it's like an issue on my part. Good to have noticed that. Okay, so delete link. Oh, that's so nice. Change link. Brilliant. Okay, I can yank link. Ah, that's so nice. And if I need to yank this link, for example, I can. I didn't recognize. And it didn't even jump to the next one. It chose this one. I love this so much. That's so nice. That's so incredibly nice. But let's go step by step. Okay, up to colon. Inside value. Inside key. Link. Inside line I'm already used to, nothing changes except the plugin that I'm using for it. And that's actually cool because my other mappings that use inside line will still continue to work. And this is big. Inside member chain member. Okay, let's be real to ourselves. Am I ever fucking going to use? No, I don't care about it. Whatever. Don't care. Spider is so nice. And it jumps from here to here. Mwah. I love that so much. What happens if I CW? That's exactly what you would expect to happen. Yes. I love that. Damn. The SAST fucking saved me here because turns out what I was trying to implement is somewhat a part of this plugin, and it's being done in a better way than I would have managed to be able to do. It's so nice. Thank you so much. You said you would watch the VOD. Sorry if it's too boring. So yeah, I'm saying thank you to you here because this is incredible. It's cleaner than I thought it would be, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was gonna be like a mess, a plugin mess, but no, this is like pretty easy to manage, having disabled default key bindings and setting all of them myself. They seem to be working too. So let's check all of them out bit by bit. So GX we already checked, it works, and that's so cool. So the way I often do things is say I want to string from fish, and now I can press GX to go to that link immediately, which is so nice. I'm gonna keep this open for just a sec, but not for long. Regex we no longer need, which is great. It smells kinda nice from the kitchen. I think my mom is cooking something. And yes, I still live with my mom, which is why I'm looking for a job. If there's any recruiters watching the stream, hello. I'm pretty good at a few things. Hire me, please. I think I'm a lunatic enough about programming to actually be helpful in a working environment. Ad done. Let's check out the other things that we might need. So D capital R. I think I might know why this is the case. Only in normal mode. Let's reload to make another plugin mapping work. D capital R. I feel like I really underestimate how incredibly useful this is going to become, because it's very often that I want to do an action like this, where I'm somewhere here and I'm like, all right, everything beyond this point I either don't need or want to copy, but usually I just delete it. And D capital R, mwah. And so fast too, like surprisingly fast. I would expect it to be more jank, but it isn't. Whoever implemented it, thank you, this works really well. So yeah, this is going to be very useful. Okay. DSI. Let's, in this entire workspace, I don't have anything that is like real, I guess. Figure out yourself what the fuck I mean. Okay, so let's reload this so I can check it out on actual code. So DSI. Wow, that's cool. Okay, let's check out if my thing, my text object, the Vim text object still works. So DI capital M, yeah, it still works, and it's so useful. It's one of the most useful text objects for me, and I'm pretty proud of it because I implemented it myself. It's not perfect, but it's exactly what I need. Okay, let's change inside E. Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, that's great. That's so great. That's so great. Wow. DSI. DSI is great. Right, DSI. Let's actually properly check DSI. However, this is fucking C#. I could open a Rust project, which I guess I will do. Yeah, let's open a Rust project that uses normal fucking brackets. Well, actually, how would I actually do this? Say I want to remove this and this, so the opposite of my Vim text object. What I would do is jump here, J, DSI. Yeah, that's reasonable. And there's a cat clawing at my door. Oh my god, and actually D capital R. Oh, that's great. That's so useful. That is so useful. I love that. And by the way, yes, I'm using a struct in C#. Have you ever seen this shit? It's all fucking classes with attributes with a billion frameworks, where I haven't yet seen a struct being used at all. And by definition, it's faster when you just want to hold some information. It's faster. Because it's stored on the stack, where a class is stored on the heap. And it's not that often that you specifically need to store something on the heap. That's for if you want to do some complex operations, which the frameworks and libraries often do. But this is not a C# stream. I was thinking like, oh, I'll just do this little thing and then maybe go over to the C# side maybe. But no, this has enough like juice to it to dedicate an entire stream for. Subword. Okay, so I DI capital S. Yeah, that makes incredible sense, and I like it far more than leader W that I used to have before. And now it automatically goes like this. I can still choose capital W. Oh, right. DN. Oh my god. I'm going to be using the shit out of this. Especially in something like C# or Rust, or most languages really, where you use a semicolon to end the statement. The amount of times that I want to change the line but keep the semicolon, I have a thing for that. Wow. Right? Like, wow. Like, straight up wow. And I probably also underappreciate Spider right now, but I will love it eventually. Yeah, probably. Fuck. And what's cool is that the capital W, B, and so on are unaffected, so you can still use them like I constantly do. It's just that now the lowercase versions are also more useful. These two are big as well, so change Q. Change capital Q. No? I thought... Yeah. Ah, that's true. Oh, that's true. Okay, I see. So instead of Q, let's use something else. Feels weird at first, but I feel like actually, yeah, because you access you access registers before the operator. So if you already used an operator, oh, then in visual it doesn't work. Okay, so yeah, bad idea. In case I want to copy to system clipboard, for example. Okay, what else do we have? Capital W is used, so is E, so is R. Yeah. T, Y. Y isn't used. You would either use it in normal mode to copy until the end of the line, which I actually do very often, as well as capital D. And you wouldn't have it as an operator, so this actually works. Let's try it out. So D capital Y. It's strange that it includes the thing that I'm currently on. Yeah, that's strange. Well, it's okay. It's okay. That's really useful for when, because I do this all the time. Let's check out something here. So maybe I'm here and I want to change this, but it's like multiple words, and I can finally what? I forgot. C. Okay. So this is Y, first of all. DC. Or change C. Capital C, by the way. That's so useful. Or maybe that's great. That is great. Any strings? It's a really weird way to do it. But let's say C capital Y. Oh, we need to reload first to apply the changes that we just made. C capital Y. Why would I ever want to do that? Good question, but I can now do that. But more likely, we are here. It would have stepped here, by the way. So once again, CY. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be using the hell out of this. And then, beautiful. Okay. N is so good. Why? Good question. Maybe I wanted to replace the words on this line, but the last character I know for sure will be E. It's so hyper specific and will never happen. Usually it's going to be something like quotes, for example. Even that I'm not sure of. Maybe a bracket, maybe a semicolon, so on. Basically it's going to be so useful and so used. Colon. Now let's figure out this. D2, boom. Until the end, until next white space, I guess. Now let's read this. Let's read what it actually does. Oh, right, it had more mappings. So markdown link, I don't care. Fence block. These I actually want. HTML attribute. Double square brackets. Shell pipe. Yeah, let's add them. So markdown link I don't care about, but everything else except CSS selector. HTML attribute I can actually see being useful. Okay. Let's copy this. Oh. And I can just Y capital C. Mwah. Oh, closing, not starting. Well, now I still have to do it the old way. Okay. For fuck's sake. See, using my register is so incredibly annoying that by the time I get this right, it's not going to be worth it, basically. Okay. Shell pipe. A capital P. CG capital N. Oh wait. Let's F. Cool. That's CG capital N. So I capital P. This is going to be useful because I do scripting in Fish, and also I have a key map, a mapping, a hotkey, a key to press to edit the current command in Neovim, so it's going to be pretty damn useful for that. Why? Oh, okay. Good. My internet isn't amazing. And capital D for double square brackets just makes sense in my head, so that's good. Inside capital P is inside pipe command. And we might try it out as well. I capital D inside double these, basically. Oh, for fuck's sake. DES inside capital word. Wait, what? Oh, YS inside capital word. This. So it doesn't fuck around. Oh, it's not a link. I know, I'm not trying to make you a link. HTML attribute. I might use this, possibly. And IX just makes sense for me as well. So if I ever come across HTML, well, it's going to be pretty nice. Plus, an attribute is essentially a bash style variable set. So I can use it for more things. Now, this is specifically not what I need. A capital C and I capital C. So ix inside HTML attribute. I type pretty fast now that I realize, which I quite like. That's nice. And the last thing inside code block. I don't ever do this, so it doesn't matter that I won't be able to see those in the actual document. Am I correct about that? Oh, no, I can. That's surprising. I guess it isn't. And also, you can see how like unreadable this is. I don't intend to make this readable. I don't care. All right. A couple of new extra things. So these I already have used. So yeah, next closing specifically bracket. I can still, or rather I have to still do shit for opening brackets, which kind of annoying, but that's okay. Okay, so colon, I imagine, so delete column, interesting. So I have to basically count how many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yank 6 columns. Incredibly unsure how useful that is. Like, it's easier for me to just do it manually, you know? Wait. Oh, because it's significant. That's fair. Okay. And it does that until a new line. This is nice for maybe like, oh no, maybe this whole thing is aligned by this, and then I can do delete 2 columns to remove them until the end of file. So I can see it being useful. It's just more specific. Okay, inside value, inside key. Wouldn't this be value? Change side value? Oh, well, this is value. For some reason I thought that this is value. This is key. And I can change this key. Oh my god. And I can CA key K or DA key K. How do you K, right, K. DAK DAC. Maybe I don't want a variable here. That's actually like useful. That's crazy. That's legit like useful. Alright, change inside value. And we keep the fucking semicolon. Isn't that great? Wait, how does it figure out to keep the semicolon? That's so smart. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Wow, what? How? Thank you. Yeah, imagine I'm somewhere here and I need to change this entire thing because, oh, it turns out no, it's something else. I have a way to express that now. Wow. That's great. I'm gonna try my best to remember to use these. Well, link, on the other hand, is just something that I wanted for a while, so I'm not gonna have to try that hard to remember to use it. Inside chain member, Yeah. Wait, hold up. Say I'm here. Oh, wow. So essentially, chain member means next function. Well, no, it basically means next member. Next method that you're calling on something. But even if we are inside of a member, wow, spider is so nice. Yeah, we're inside of a member and it does not care. So it's somewhat limited. But that's okay. That's fine. Okay. Inside piped command. Let's go to the terminal. Echo false, echo true. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Change inside P. You have no clue how often I wanted specifically this. And what I used to do is say I'm here, right? I then T pipe, go right, and then change. And if there is another echo, I don't know, now what I have to do is, well, ideally, but I wouldn't be that smart to actually do it that way, but 2 capital T pipe, boom, and then select T pipe, go here. That's so annoying. And now I have a way to express that a bit easier. Kinda ashamed that it still uses the space, but okay. I guess the spaces aren't necessary, which is why it doesn't care that much. So yeah, this is great. And then it recognizes, I mean, the next one. That's great. That is great. That's amazing. Cool. Inside double brackets. Now, when am I going to need this? I use fish, so it uses test instead to check for expressions. Damn, I didn't expect to have messages. So I didn't like mute anyone. Fuck, hold up. I know how to do this. Look at nothing so far. It's cool that I can do that. Let me mute the person so she doesn't like continue on to say, yeah, so I killed the person. I really need you to keep this a secret. It would be pretty embarrassing, wouldn't it? Like, it would be pretty awkward. Okay, so inside double square brackets. It's very specific, and I am pretty sure I'm not going to see it often. Like, at all. But it's still helpful to be able to, because I have found myself in situations where I would like to change inside of them, and I will now have a way to do that, and I don't think I will forget how to do that. HTML attribute. So a bash style equals. I also can't think of how to test it right now. I think I'll remember it, but inside of C, just find the next. Okay, so change inside capital C. Change inside capital C. What now? Or rather, inside capital C. Yeah, I might have not reloaded the window. Possibly. Oh, I see. Maybe it's trying to think about this. No, but then why would it be the default one, right? What does buffer true mean? I like C. Let's try removing this for a second and trying it out again. No. Strange. Those ones don't have buffer. Maybe we don't need it. Possibly. And now it works. Okay, so I imagine that if you put buffer there, it stops working, and that's exactly how it works. So I'm just going to remove it. Let's yank. I thought that... What? Okay, let's yank and then... Ooh, for some reason I have deja vu right now. What the fuck? Okay, I want to yank this and then search for it. I get fucking... All right. Why doesn't it delete the fucking line? You'd hope it would. You know, because it grabs the fucking new line character, no? Let's remove commas at the end of the line. Oh, only some of them. I'm getting angry at stupid old small stuff, which definitely explains that, yo, you should probably go eat. Right, so I can finally have this. I've actually wanted this text object for a long time. For some reason, I didn't really do anything about it. Cool. And I supposedly made every other one work as well. And I want them to work everywhere, just in case I find another use case for them. Right, and everything else, so Vim, mappings, Vim. Yes. So mappings to remember. Yeah, okay. Good. I'll try to remember them and actually use them. Some of them are incredible, other ones are useful. Some of them are not for me, but overall, great plugin. And yeah, let's move this down and down again. So, GL goes and opens links. That's just GX now. That works better. Much fucking better. Make readme for scripts and .file, that's later. So, what are the changes that we made? Install various text objects is going to be the commit message. Install various text object. So, Neovim plugin. And for oh, well, it's just here. That's quite a lot. Wait, why is KKK? By the way, yeah, I'm aware. It's a very strange fucking name. Fuck, I'm not sure what to say here. It's just happened to be a... Fuck. Now I sound like a racist. Let me explain this. So I used to have a program in AutoHotkey called registers, where you could set hotkeys to write to and from files. It was very convenient to use a hotkey and then press K, because it's very close to where I set my hotkeys, which is why I used the K register the most. I no longer use that program, but I'm used to my note file being called K, but to search for it easier, it might as well be something very specific, so 3 Ks. However, it is very unfortunate, like, very unfortunate of a coincidence. However, oh, I'm used to, hold up. Yeah. The question is, why the fuck am I tracking it? I am not supposed to be doing that. I don't have a git dick. I don't have a dick. I wish. No, I don't have a git ignore. I should have that. Git ignore. What's in notice? Only that. Echo notice to git ignore. Cool. Now we're not tracking it. That is great. Let's separately add the git ignore and git commit. Add git ignore to ignore notice, because they're supposed to be like temporary files that I don't want to actually be temporary. And then clear, and then GS. It's that fast, that's crazy. Links is whatever, notes is whatever. Actually, that's why we're even doing it. Right, so let's gamp, add new Neovim mappings to remember. Cool. And now, how I have been streaming for 3 hours? Damn, no shit, I'm so hungry. 3 hours? I did not notice that. Wow. What? What? Wow. That's crazy. Damn. Shit. Wow. Well, thanks to anyone who's been watching for 3 hours. If there's a single person that actually reached this point, leave a comment saying, yeah, I actually reached this point, or something of that nature. I would be surprised. I hope this stream has helped you also figure out 2 cool new plugins that you can use and how they're